Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of June 19th, 2019. Really kind of tiny week for me this week, so I'm going to get right into it. First up, we have American Gods, number 3, The Moment of the Storm is the subtitle for it. This basically is kind of the end part of the American Gods comic adaptation. I need to reread the book. It's been a long time since I've read it. I have a nice 15th anniversary hardcover edition of it that I need to eventually sit down and read. Maybe I'll get to it after I finish up Mad Love by Paul Dini. So we'll see. But yeah, American Gods, really great novel. Loved it when I read it. Really excited to like seeing the graphic novel adaptation. Really good stuff in there. Art's amazing. Can't really go wrong with Craig P. Russell. So yeah, check it out. Or just read American Gods. It's that good. Next up, we have Aquaman at number 49. Kelly Sue DeConnick's Aquaman is not the best. I am not a huge fan of it. The stuff on the island was when he him losing his memory. The stuff on the island, everything that's been going on, is kind of eh. What's going on now with the kind of him getting his memory back is getting a little better. So hopefully by issue 50, it pulls through, but I don't know if 50 might be a jumping off point for me. I'm not completely sure, but I like the Aquaman character. I've liked Aquaman since the New 52. So it's a real shame that, about 100 issues in to Aquaman over the past 8 years, is now finally a time where I'm just kind of, I don't know if I'm going to keep going with it. We'll see. Next up is, of course, Tom King's Batman at number 73. You cannot wait to see what Tom King has in store for us in this. It's just been amazing stuff. Mikel Janin's art is fantastic. The story that King is telling in it is basically just kind of mentally breaking down the Dark Knight, breaking down Bruce Wayne, breaking down Batman, all of that stuff mentally, not just physically. And part of that breakdown is, in essence, playing on Bruce or Batman, however you want to categorize him, breaking down what his own thoughts are going to break him down and do to him mentally. So it's a really great read. I enjoy it. People have been talking that Nightmares is kind of and fell off of it. Nightmares is it's really good stuff. It's people just, I don't think, understand that type of storytelling is not going to flow very easily from 2 weeks to 2 weeks. It's going to flow a lot better in a collected format. So again, I reread Batman every week, so to me, I'm perfectly fine with it. It's really good. I actually get more out of the second read than I did through the first read, and it makes me understand a lot easier, or a lot more, I shouldn't say easier, a lot more of what King is trying to present to us with the Batman title. So yeah, check it out. Next up is Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino's Gideon Falls, number 14. The look looks fantastic. Sorrentino's art is just amazing. Jeff Lemire's story in this is it's kind of a horror-ish. I can't put my finger on exactly what it is. It's good versus evil. It's got religion in it, but it's definitely something that's just it's a really curious read. It's a really tense read. It would be if you were watching a suspenseful horror show that didn't necessarily that wasn't completely dark all the time. Yeah, so I really enjoy it. It's good stuff. If you haven't checked out Gideon Falls, you should. The first trade is out, so go check it out. And yeah, see if it's something that's up your alley. Next up, we have Justice League number 26. Tyrion IV is writing this one. Scott Snyder is not. So we're going to see what happens to Starman in this issue. I'm curious to see what happens actually with the character. Starman was introduced in Justice League, which is kind of a curveball for a lot of people, going, who the heck is this Starman guy? I'm not even completely up to knowledge on who Starman is as a character. I know I see a lot of the Starman comics that have come in, and we just dollar those, put those in the dollar bin, that we don't even put those in the actual back issue. So for me, it's one of those things of what can this character bring to the table? And Snyder and Tyrion IV have done an amazing job bringing Starman into the Justice League and making him relevant, and you're curious in all of this stuff. So I'm really curious to see what happens in this issue, especially with what's gone on with the Sixth Dimension and all that stuff from the previous issue, which was fantastic, by the way. The Superman flying through the suns and just amazing, amazing art on that, and it was really, really good. You should check it out. Next up, we have Livewire number 7. Valiant's Livewire it's good. Like, I enjoy it. It's so far it's ongoing, so we'll see where it takes us. But Livewire is an interesting character in that she can control technology, and so yeah, it doesn't dive into that right now. It's dealing with the aftermath of things that happened when she shut down basically everything on the planet, and a lot of people died because she was trying to protect the Psyot kids from basically being killed. So it's good stuff. I enjoy it. If you're curious, the first trade should be out. Pick it up, check it out, all that great stuff. Next up is one that I would have never, ever even looked at, except they basically kind of were a Patreon backer of ours for a little bit, and it actually really, really great book, and that's Neon Future number 4. I really like this cover. It's awesome. Neon Future is kind of this cybernetic, futuristic thing about where people have, implants and all. Like, it's just the world that they're building is really, really cool. It's not completely formulated yet, because they're also trying to tell a story, but I really, really enjoy it, and I'm really curious to see where it goes. I think it's only slated to be 6 issues, so we'll see what that entails. But if you have not yet checked out Neon Future, you should. If your shop can't get a copy of it, you can definitely go on to Comixology and check it out there. But I do recommend it. I enjoyed it, and it's something that I'm glad I was introduced to it, because I really, really, it's good stuff. So next up, we have a new number 1 from Valiant, and that is Sigh Lords. And no, that is not me on the cover, even though the joke has been made. I'm curious to see what Sigh Lords is all about. Psyots, we'll see. I don't know. Valiant's just... they're pumping out a couple of these minis that are kind of random. Like the Forgotten Queen it was okay. It was something that you could easily pass over. I'm not sure about Sigh Lords, but I've really been enjoying most, if not all, of Valiant's line. So yeah, it's one of those things where check it out if you're curious. But Valiant is a universe that has built upon itself. So ever since it came back into publishing, I don't remember how many years ago. So it's definitely, you can pick it up and start here, but there's going to be so much you're like, oh, what happened? So be aware of that if you do try and check out a Valiant book. There is kind of a connected continuity to the Valiant universe, which is really well done. Like, I enjoy it, and it works perfectly. But some people might not be aware of that. So next up is one for my daughter, and that's Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, number 1 from Dark Horse. We'll see if she likes it. Who knows? I actually need to get her a box to get her comics, because I think I've hit the limit of she's going to need a box of her own. So, and last up on my pull list is Teen Titans 31. Guess who's coming to kill you? Shouldn't be too hard of a guess. It looks like it's Lobo's coming to beat the crap out of his daughter. Don't know why he would do that. Why he tried to kill his daughter? Who knows? But Teen Titans Go is up. Yeah, Glass's run on it has been okay. I do like that the concepts that they touch in on it. It's a little more gritty and edgy, especially like with kind of what's going on. The last story, the team, or not crossover, the like 1 month thing with Deathstroke was kind of it was okay. So we'll see where Teen Titans goes from here. But it's definitely a book I enjoy a lot more than the Titans book. But that's over. So yeah. Let's see. I did grab some variants this week. I got the variant for Batman 73. That's pretty cool. The Justice League 26, a pretty awesome team variant. So I snagged that one up. And Teen Titans 31 had a cool team variant as well on there. I did get a graphic novel, a giant thing this week, and that is the Batman by Grant Morrison Omnibus Volume 2. This collects, let's see, Batman and Robin 1 through 16, Batman 700 to 702, Batman the Return one-shot, or the Return of Bruce Wayne 1 to 6. Now, I'm hoping that this includes the Batman Return special. So I'm curious to see why that wasn't in here, but it might have been in something in the previous one. So yeah, we'll see. But definitely worth it. They're nice. The size I think is really good on these omnibuses. $75, good size. I know Amazon was having it for $48. So pre-order. So if you go over to my website, conspiratorbrock.com, and you click on the link for this for the Amazon purchase, you can pre-order it for about $48 is what I saw today. So yeah, and volume 1's out already, and volume 2 will be coming down the pipeline soon. So I actually need to go back and reread Grant Morrison's Batman. I liked some of it. I didn't like some of it. Morrison is definitely one of those creators that you need to read as a whole. Reading him individually is painful at times. So yeah, I'm not too sure if that's a good endorsement or a bad endorsement, but I did enjoy his Batman run. So I actually forgot to grab something, so hold on one second. There was one other thing I picked up, but not for me. It was for my daughter. I'm back. So she likes Captain Marvel. So they have, Marvel has these Legends series Build-A-Figures. But this is a Captain Marvel that's by itself. So this doesn't actually contain a Build-A-Figure piece. So I thought that was really cool. It's got an extra head, a couple pairs of hands. So she likes Captain Marvel, so I decided to grab her a Captain Marvel toy. So be on the lookout for those if you want. Yeah, this one builds a Kree Skull Sentry. Who knows what that is? I need to actually read the Kree Skrull War. Never gotten around to it. So that's pretty much it for this week. Father's Day was this past weekend. I got some relaxing time. Kids were at visitation, but my kids decided to make me some things. And so my daughter made me this nice little art piece. She misspelled her name on the back and had to redo it, but happy Father's Day. I loved you, Daddy. And my son painted this for BES squared, or times 2. Basically, him and I share initials. We don't share, it's not like Junior, but we do share initials, and he likes that and thinks it's so cool and so awesome. And he did the sign, this is the sign for I love you. So this is what I got for Father's Day. Really cool stuff. And they're dark, and they got black in them. Yeah. So yeah, so that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I know some people have made some comments about trying to have more talk about things in the books, and thank you for that. It is much appreciated. I try and get as much as I can and cram it into as small a period of time as possible, because I don't want you guys sitting here watching me for almost half an hour. Even though if you like me going off rants, let me know, and maybe I'll just do rant videos. I did get a couple videos recorded for statue unboxings, so those hopefully will be up either today or by the weekend. So be on the lookout for those. And yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. My handle's @BrockSager. You can listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording episode 406, where me and my fellow conspirators talk about the Dark Phoenix. I didn't go watch it because, let's face it, it's not that it's nobody cares. It had a really crappy opening weekend. Second weekend had the worst drop off I think known to man in a second weekend for a comic book franchise film or whatever. I don't know. After Apocalypse, honestly, I have no interest in this X-Men universe anymore. It needs to be rebooted. So yeah, but they talk about it. We talk about some other things, answer some listener questions. The big thing we actually talked about was JSA and Legion coming back to DC. So if you want some if you want to hear that, go over. There'll be a link in the description below for episode 406. I'm super stoked for the Justice Society of America coming back and the Legion coming back into DC continuity, and we're getting those books. I'm also excited for something that I heard was Booster Gold, drawn by Nicola Scott. Oh, super stoked. So there's a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. So be aware and check it out. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees, getting food sometimes, and getting products. So thank you very much to all of our Patreon backers. It helps out immensely, and it is much, much appreciated. And yeah, You can also help me out by buying anything through any of the Amazon links I have here or on my website at conspiratorbrock.com. I just got a nice little gift certificate from them, so thank you very much to everyone who's bought through there. It helps out. Even if it's $10, it helps out. So thank you very much. I do have stuff up on my eBay page. There's a link in the description below. I'll hopefully be getting some more stuff up soon. We'll probably have the Rebirth Titans run up pretty soon. I just need to pull it out and get it prepped and all that stuff. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section down below. But thanks for watching. And as usual, I'll see you next week.